That. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. And then we go over here. Wait. That's all we do is we wait. There's the notification. And there we go. Alright. What's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Not for Broadcast. I know I didn't really commentate so much during most of the gameplay in this, but I enjoyed it, and if you didn't, fuck you, it's my birthday. So, I'm gonna fucking play it again. We are on day 153, The Tempest. Oh, right, I have to answer that.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here. Your
Hello,
boss.
Bozeman.
While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it.
Okay.
You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape links carefully.
Was it check your
Play the
prostate?
advance advert, preferably at the second break.
Second break.
That's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
That's all good. Oh shit, I don't remember what that is. Check power. I checked the power. Is Ah, there we go.
Bricks going in 5, 4.
Oh shit.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious
Jesus.
symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol...
I don't remember what that does. What did that do? I already lost. It didn't select the headline. Oh, right. The headlines. Right. The news can't continue without a headline choice, or you can turn on auto headline in the app. No, fuck auto headline. Retry. Let me do this shit again. It's been 2 weeks, okay? I haven't played this in 2 weeks. Ugh. I need a second. Okay. Day 153. The Tempest.
I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape links carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Pimp. My God.
Check your prostate.
Oh, how
And
did
the joy of
I see-
screws.
Why are all men such pricks?
That one, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I told
Ooh.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks going
Okay,
in
that's
5.
right. That's right. I forgot that the bottom two are headlines now.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
Critics have been quick to dismiss the graffiti as a publicity stunt or an act of frustration by a tiny, disorganized group of those who will never, under any circumstances, be content.
Okay.
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for
Okay.
rescue.
That seemed to be good. That seemed to be good.
I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the
Whoa.
filthy rich are fighting back with a naked
Switched.
protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
It might seem amusing to us, but clearly this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
Yeah.
All for two.
Jesus, they keep flipping.
Tiffany Lamore were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year. And this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Johnny's
Whoops.
secretive hospital visits have had the rumour mill churning. I think it's safe to say that they're not looking at his school report.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them,
Oh.
Remington's Fist
Oh, yeah.
Sophia Remington today
Mr.
announced
Snugglehugs.
a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but
As we should.
concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
you won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Thank God this only happens at times where I don't need to see the screens. So far. God knows it could happen. Oh wait, no, it did happen that one time, didn't it? Okay. Good,
First
good, good.
tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs.
Whoa.
Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all. After what you lot did. Irresponsible. Who
I feel like a curse is coming.
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here.
Wait, how do I?
I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you
Gotcha,
see
gotcha,
me?
gotcha.
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you?
There's a
Just
storm
Mr.
brewing.
Snugglehugs, haven't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes, that'll be the fur. Scented with hoof.
With
I
hoof?
was so excited.
The fuck is hoof?
When we gave him
Like a horse hoof?
He was so soft and warm, like our cat. Before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche,
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
he blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be. They're just $89.99. And then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into
Look
flames?
careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I
He's
right
gonna
in
curse.
saying that one of
He's
his
gonna curse.
action eyes is now
Give me something to censor. I'm ready for it, baby. What does L1
Took
do?
him in at night. It glows through bandages.
Oh, right, it's
I
that.
know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes.
And what's the last thing you remember
Jeez.
before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he fell.
It sounds very traumatic.
So,
You have nightmares.
All right, that's quite
Do you,
enough of
Timmy?
you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
He's gonna curse.
A couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions.
again?
And now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all three of his eyes. Calm down, you're
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Oh, damn. What a hard-hitting question.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new Advance mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on Canon 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
It's time to know your Joey screws.
Megan,
Yes, yes.
watch your back, Jeremy. Women are coming.
I'm more worried about this water dripping into my head.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by
Oh,
Try
no.
and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news.
Everybody does. I'm gonna play it. I'm totally gonna broadcast it, dude. They're not actually naked, right?
Well, that's what it says.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's nothing wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us
Nope.
try? Good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the different striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris from Harris. Back to striker for shot number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
What is this?
To Harris.
You but poor.
Fair, but what do I know?
Fair enough.
Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round on Double. Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streaker on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we...
Look at me. I'm the natural. Oh, never mind.
They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies. Yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that a fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the Heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker.
I don't understand this.
And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer.
What?
And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Smith.
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Really, if you ask me...
What do you want me to do, bro?
And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Oh boy, cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But
I'd love to know what's going on, period.
Thank you.
Not bad.
Okay, it's her move.
So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here.
Okay, now it's Harris's move.
That ball, I'm all right, ladies. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
So, okay.
Back to Striker.
The point is to not get it in the bucket.
And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but, of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, there we go.
All right.
Tommy Harris.
Bursting with original stank flavor.
Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's been, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Eddie Striker.
Okay.
And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. What can we be doing about this?
Yeah, there's only so much you can do.
Players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Nonsense is going on here. Yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters. Oh, jog on!
This is the mine round.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands.
Okay.
And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it. On it like a car bonnet.
Okay.
Tommy Harris here.
I'm understanding this game. I want to play this game.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move.
Uh-huh.
Not sure if we have potassium or what's going on today with him. And he's trying to... And the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic... There we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Uh-huh.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is...
Striker, right?
Everyone! Okay, the ref off the creed once again, a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively.
What the fuck?
Thank you for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all is left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
What just happened?
Doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your...
Everything's trying to fucking kill us tonight.
Boozman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit, dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the
Yeah, obviously.
news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker.
Oh.
Make the right decisions. Boozman out.
Okay.
Seems to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
We're going to need a whole new lining up there.
Minister, it's so good to see you again.
It's a cool little effect.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
My, but that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks.
Am I here? Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Is your seat down?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine.
Have you had a little accident?
She's a cow.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, how do you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital? Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people...
I pressed the wrong button.
You know, whingers mostly.
People who've yet
advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some peasants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Something's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's
I'm not.
being human.
I'm fine with death. It's gonna happen.
Pure death.
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
there?
sorry, it's camera full like that.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. When I went in to see him, he were all frail and pale. And I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half-time.
That sounds...
It was awful. Awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. They could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
Right.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to.
We're changing the law. Just kill him.
Transition centers.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only
Give me
for
2
people who
seconds.
choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Just giving me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it fried my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got a second. Can I get a little bit of help here? Please.
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
That one was that's it. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
That the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a fast pace. You've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight.
Thank God.
Let's go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners of the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Dawson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
That shouldn't have shocked me.
So they just...
I'm alive.
A good thing.
It wasn't shocking when I pressed it. Okay, broadcast complete. Sick. New challenge unlocked. Live and spooky DLC unlocked. I know something we're playing for Halloween. Spooktober. Continue. BBC. BBC. You have received your full wages, current wealth, comfortable. Almost all of our shares went down. That's lovely. Advance likes us. That person doesn't like us. Channel 1 loves us.
Before we join Jeremy and the team, there's just time for a brief look at what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 6:30, it's a brief history of Sports Board, where Patrick Bannon will be taking a look at the surprising rise of this spectacularly popular new sport. That's followed by...
Let's see, how did I do?
Like so...
Oh yeah, I forgot about that interview. Man, this would be a great time for me to have some sort of commentary about anything. But, seems like that's not happening.
First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban.
12-month driving ban. Yeah, so you're trying to not get the ball in the thing.
Time to change ends. Of ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends.
I'm so cold. This is a robe, and I'm so cold.
Now we go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Striker giving it large.
Second round, Double, Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. Apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to...
It's not terrible. Continue. What's happening tomorrow? Jeff Algebra is a married maths teacher. Good for Jeff. This might be a short episode, honestly, because it's 2:30 in the morning right now. Day? The lockdown. COVID?
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts
Jesus.
Great. That seems to be the last
Another new. Oh, God.
We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
We'll be going live to the National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on.
This has no credibility, Jenny.
On Channel 1 at 7 o'clock.
No professionalism.
What's wrong with this picture? And
It's not a mess. Everything is where it should
This
be.
is a COVID episode.
And I expect you to know the difference.
that's followed at 8 p.m. by a
Of course, Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Electric Fever Dream, starring Lawrence Blunderbatch as Hannah
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
As she says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count?
Hello,
Make it
Bozeman.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
preferably a furry one.
It's the National Weather Report.
5, 4, 3.
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefuck? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
Okay.
With blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only ankle height and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions like fatal bruise syndrome.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships
A full month of COVID.
are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become...
Alex, they're on the tower.
Transformation. Popular cemetery Johnny Hansleaves, who has recently been suffering with his health, sent us this photo today, presumably in a pathetic attempt to stay relevant at a time of global crisis.
Since receiving his test results, things in Johnny's life have taken a surprising turn. He's certainly using the lockdown to reinvent himself.
It seems that rumours that Johnny has been ill were just that, and that he has, in fact, developed superhuman powers. Renaming himself Captain Hat, he has pledged to fight crime, mainly in the agricultural sector.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen Horgensbrood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Okay, I know when to hear them.
Here with a little update from Dante's Taint. This year is going to be our biggest ever harvest.
The taint's not. Bollocks is a curse, but taint isn't.
That's what we think. There's no real day or night down here, and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there, it is Wednesday, 40/12 of Jamboree, or as you call it, Pissmouth Day, or possibly Boxing Day if we're a bit out. So, happy Pissmouth! I hope you get all the presents you asked for left under your Pissmouth fee. I'm hoping to complete my collection of rocks. See you in September. I better get out.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows,
I hear you, bitches.
underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, A worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This program has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released. If those rich bastards think they're above the rest of us, why not give them a hand in getting there, Jeremy?
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the
Oh,
world,
I'm so cold.
Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. In these difficult
Motherfuckers.
times, it's important that we all feel united. That we're all in
Yeah,
this
fuck you.
together. And for a short time,
We're all in this together. Yes, we are. We're all stars.
temporary as all this discomfort. I thought it would be helpful to share my list with all of you. Christmas with the in-laws. Your child's school play. Youth. Beauty. That phase you still don't talk about. Your New Year's resolution.
I hear you, bitches.
Your waistline. Your term in office. Your fleeting lifetime. And all
I hear you.
human endeavor. I hope my relatable list has allowed you to find reassurance. To know that just as these things pass us by, so too will this crisis.
Fuck you guys. I don't even know what those are. What are those? Did they explain what those are?
Thank you.
There's little fucking four-armed demons.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on, as you were saying, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking
What?
Sophia Remington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
Don't why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Bitch. I hear you, bitches.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Svengali, Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
We seem to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle Hugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to gain.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry.
Rimming toys.
That letting a child's toy learn how to love.
These toys are rimming?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Remington. You are preening by a mortal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is the future. I remember being a child and my grandpa...
I hear you, you bitches.
...dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep,
Ugh.
I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance.
Hate these bitches.
Grandpa sold thousands of them. On the
Oh
line,
man,
obviously.
this is definitely gonna be a shorter episode. I gotta go to fucking sleep, dude.
Which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory. Another one of his pet projects. But we never
I'm sorry, the what?
of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why
I got back in my groove pretty quickly.
about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
It won't be my features she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing?
What's the best thing?
$29.99 a box.
Whoa! Only $129.99 a box.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey. I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next-generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming, yelling. Your friends are crying.
He doesn't have any friends.
And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'll be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous?
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys, but they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Was that all right?
Always a buck to be made.
It seems very nice, that young man.
We should make an interesting
Oh.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical arsehole.
Fair enough.
You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home.
Dave!
Back at the next break, and we can talk about how I get me job back.
What was my greatest for the segment? Whole segment. It was a whole segment.
It's been a long time coming. No, exactly. You said it, I've said it. He must know, he's not stupid. I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us. No, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together. It's gonna work. I'll get him. I'll take the cake, you're on the loot. I've got no idea how old he is. Yeah, ready. Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3... Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan.
I'm gonna kill all of you.
It's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little...
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie...
That's why this guy looks familiar.
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what?
You got drunk.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept. And as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
And I'd be fine to oversleep right now.
And I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, damn. Even the cheap seats.
People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beef house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not
I think it's pretty believable.
It could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed.
Just a thought.
Frankly, it will be a
My own opinion, not that anybody asked.
Here you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys?
Really?
That's a lot of people. And this is no different.
It's a little
It's
different.
likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true.
These toys blow up.
Lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over.
Oh my god. So tired.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support
Did he
to
just
protect our workers and our
switch teams?
We need to support the vulnerable
Just
and we need
like that?
Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our...
Why do they have Star Wars droid sound effects?
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a
Oh my
community
God.
to perform the ritual, hopefully
I'm so
we can
tired.
appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama laws have unleashed
Huh.
man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap us.
That's you.
It's a pretty good impression.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well,
Okay.
I'm telling.
Alan James, Alan, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real
Hey.
food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation.
4
On the
minutes.
streets, someone who's always doing exactly that.
So
It's
tired.
Patrick Brannan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today.
Hi, Jeremy.
Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yeah. As you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. But my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting for end to
I hear you, bitches.
before his full potential is even realised? Will he die underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise.
Sure.
Showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves...
Because of the ostrich?
Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that's,
yeah.
That is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon, Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine, well, I'm in my bathroom, technically, but, you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's, you know, it's terrible out there, I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound? What was that?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a...
I'm so sorry, everybody, but in a minute and 30 seconds, I'm going to bed.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
You're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit. Fucking, listen to me, you bastards. If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking son of a fuck. I'm too talented to die. Oh.
Why?
Okay, it's fine.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
I hear you.
What do you see, Patrick?
Sorry, that was my bad. Oh, shit.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off the world for a little while. And
There you
who
go.
knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered.
Okay, I need to quit. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Always remember that your future's unwritten, so make it a good one. Have a happy day, morning, night, whatever. And write your future.
And I'm Jeremy Gordon. Our main headlines tonight.
See you next time, everybody. Sorry for this short episode. It's about 30 seconds short. Thanks, everybody. And happy birthday to yours truly. I am now 24 years old. And I think that's pretty cool. Next year I'll be halfway to 50. Good night.